I'm in a totally different place right now. I'm still a mom, but now I am outside of that role directly. I don't think of you as all my children, but I think no, you know what it is? I've come to be worried more about myself and the impact I have on others. I want to bring, I guess as a mom and always like wanting to take care of people and making sure they're okay. I think having this time together just gives me a value of if I can have any sense of comfort to somebody or bring them a sense of it's going to be okay. When we come back, you'll say, like, I missed everybody. I feel that too, because there's been so much that we've gone through full circle, all of us. I just see so much growth with that. And I think knowing that we're all here for each other and care about each other, and knowing that there's someone like a higher level that cares about us, I think it brings a sense of peace and grace because we're all going to also not have great experiences. We're also not going to always be perfect with everyone, but we can all come together. I feel like I'm at a place where if I can get myself to be in a good place, then I can pass that on to everybody else. And that's an important thing. I found a comfort in knowing where God is for me, that I can feel it. I can pass it on to others. I love to give advice, but I also want everyone to know you can come to someone and talk to them, but sometimes you're not really, you might be talking to that person, but I feel like you're actually talking to God as well. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
I just feel like there's been a growth, and now I'm able to finally focus on my growth. And we're all in different stages. Growing up, I was always kind of taught that bad things happened if you weren't good. If you did something wrong, then something bad will happen. So I always thought that when bad things happened, it was because somebody wasn't being good, which doesn't make sense now because now I know that God does not control every bad thing. He doesn't point his finger and go, you're going to have a car accident. You're going to get robbed. You're going to fall down today. That as people, we're responsible for what we do. But now I know that when that does happen, somebody dies that I know or anything, that he's there to help make it to help me through it, that I can lean on him. He's there. I'm not blaming him, saying, like, why do you let this happen? Now it's like, okay, it's happened. Now, can I lean on you? How can you be here for me to know that I'm not alone in that? And I think that that's something that's very comforting and powerful because I've been through some, hard times with people, suffering from illness. And yeah, there were times I was like, this isn't fair. Why is this happening? But it's not something that he's making that person go through because they weren't an ideal person or they hurt others. So that's really changed the way I look at everything now.
Yeah, I was told divine presence is itself the help, much the way it is for us with one another. Family members who rally around, friends who rally around at a difficult moment, that's not weightless. That has an impact. That helps us through things. We don't have to go through them alone. Being alone is one of the greatest sufferings. And just to have people who love you around you and God right there is a real source of strength in life.
My stepmom came from old school where I remember when my dad had passed away and she was talking with the priest and saying, well, he suffered because of his sins. And I was so angry at that because my dad did everything right.
Yes.
He went to church every Sunday, but that's how she was raised. You're paying for your sins. And it's just such a horrible
Hmm.
way of looking at things. When will you ever be good enough, right? So that's what just kind of, this really helps clear that up.